right, here we go on a Thursday. Happy Thursday to everybody, and welcome to all of our new fans and followers and everybody that's getting in the truck with us. Glad that you are getting in and taking this journey with us because we're having a lot of fun. And my apologies for not doing a show last week or kind of been a little lax on getting our content and stuff out just because we have been busy. You know, we came out a couple of weeks ago and talked about how we don't need Hollywood. And we don't because we have a ton of independent filmmakers out there putting films together. And that's what we've been out there doing. And the last couple of weeks, we've been working on a couple of different films, working with the different productions and just getting out there and having a lot of fun, creating content, good content that you can sit down with the family and watch. And that's why I keep saying we don't need Hollywood. But we do need your support. We need you to get behind us and support us, support our projects. If you can do it financially, that's awesome. If not, like, share, follow, subscribe. Just get behind us guys doing all this independent work so that we can bring you good quality and compete with Hollywood. That's kind of been the problem is we don't have the finances or the backing to compete with Hollywood. And you see the content that they're putting out. And right now they're all on strike. What I said was going to happen is happening. We're starting to run out of content because they can't release anything. They can't come to terms. They can't come to agreements. And that's great. Just get behind us, support us. And we're going to bring you great content. In fact, we were working on a project and I got to team up with a good friend of mine, Corey Cannon. Man, super, I've known this guy for probably almost 10, 12 years now. We were actors together. We've worked together and, he's now a producer and actor. And he does everything in the industry. And man, it's one of those things when you see family and friends living out their dreams, you're just happy for them and glad to support them. And anytime that we can work on a project together, we just have a blast. We have a great time. And I enjoyed working with them. And let me just show you. This is some of the stunt work that we were doing on a film this week.
All right, hey there, small town America. So we're over here on a remote location. Corey, back with Corey Cannon. Man, we're doing stunts this morning.
We were.
What's the importance of having? Because we had some rigs going on. We're hanging some people from some trees. How, being a stunt guy, stunt coordinator, what's the importance of that when you're out on an independent film set?
Well, so the main thing is safety. That's really what we're concerned about. So over getting the shot, over anything, over money, we want the people to be safe. And so me and Zach were down there ensuring that safety is top priority and that we're going to rig up the stunt to be as safe as it can. And so it was a scene where Judas hung himself. And so we had a harness on our stunt double, Ryan Johnson. And Zach was on one end, I was on the other, and we rigged him up, and it went off flawlessly.
Right.
That's right. So yeah, Cinemmoth Productions. If you're an independent filmmaker, you're looking for somebody to produce and help you out, man, reach out to Corey. Like I said, so amazing to see him. His career not only as an actor, but then as a producer, and we do stunts and we do special effects. Got to work on a lot of things. We were just really blessed. Uh, Again, too, independent filmmaking. If you get behind us, we can put out some great content. We don't need Hollywood. And again, too, we were just talking about our Hollywood Prayer Network. That's coming up too. I think there's another meeting coming up in December, and we'll make sure that that you, if you're wanting to get behind us and get behind the entertainment industry and what we're doing, that you jump on board and do that. And speaking of prayer and everything that's going on right now, hey man, this is a great time. Jump over and grab your copies of Prayers for the Nation. Take the pledge. History of the Flag. Right now is a very, very pivotal time. It's two great books right there. Grab them over there. Go to smalltown-america.org and pick up your copies over there. You can order right there on Amazon. They'll get them shipped to you in a day or so. And guys, as we talk about our independent films and independent filmmakers and putting out great quality and our friends that are in the industry, this one, I know we're kind of coming to you early today because this is media day over at the ballpark in Arlington. Texas Rangers made it to the World Series, and hey, I've been blessed to be a part of the set crew that's getting the intros and stuff. So filming's going on. And we're going to go over there and get all that taken down so we can get into the game tomorrow night. So coming to you a little bit early today because I'm going to be working probably all night tearing down the sets because they're doing the filming right there. But I've been blessed to be a part of that and be a part of the World Series. And let's go Rangers. Hope to do some more over there at the stadium as we go on here with the World Series. But as y'all know, there's a war going on in Israel, and we haven't talked a lot about it here on the show, but had some really good friends, Caleb and Joshua Colson. Again, too, these are independent guys. They started out, they had a Bearded Brothers was their show that they started on YouTube. They now have expanded to their Jewish Roots is the host of their show. And they were over in Israel when the war broke out and was actually trapped over there. And let me just kind of give us a little track here of their adventure while they were there in Israel. This is one of the segments they had from the show.
Hey, this is Joshua.
And I'm Caleb. I hope you can hear us over the loud sirens behind us.
We are here in Jerusalem. We've been filming our latest series, and the sirens are going off in the street. We can hear explosions.
Yep.
We know if you've been following the news, in America right now, it's in the middle of the night, but it's the morning of Shabbat here in Israel. And that explosion you just heard are the rockets that are going off in the country right now.
Yeah.
Guys, right now, pray for Israel.
Yeah.
Pray for Jerusalem. Pray for the border at the Gaza Strip. Everywhere in this country where men and women and children are potential victims. We need y'all guys to pray for them right now.
Guys, remember, Sha'alu, Shalom, Yerushalayim. We pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We know peace will finally come when Yeshua rules and reigns on the throne. Right now there is contention. Right now there is strife because of other gods that demand murder and death in order to make their access to heaven. But our God already died to give us life so that we can be with him even today in paradise. That's why we're not afraid. That's why it just went off just over that street. We know where our future is and it is secure. And if you don't know that security, then you need to meet Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, today.
That's right. So Jocelyn and Caleb has a great show. It's called My Jewish Roots. Again, too, these are independent guys. Started their own little YouTube channel a couple of years ago. And just studying scripture and sharing their faith and all of that. Then that kind of blew into their Jewish roots. Now they were traveling. We're there in the Middle East, or they're in Israel, doing their show over there. And when the war broke out, and here's Joshua doing one of his teachings as the bombs are going off. So the war in Israel, whatever you're seeing on the news and you're hearing about it, and you're thinking, oh, well, here's just another Middle Eastern war. Now, this is serious. Whenever we become believers, we are grafted into the vine. we join them, and that's why we need to be praying for Israel.
Josiah, do you know what the most sobering thing is to me? This man who started his kingship at age 8, who then went for 31 more years reforming the land to the degree that we have not seen anybody else do, is that he dedicated his life to reforming the church, not the lost. Let that sink in while 12 mind-blown emojis pop up on your social media. His life was dedicated to reforming the body of Christ, in essence. The bombs are going off behind me right now. You can hear it. We're living in the last time, in the last age. You don't have time anymore to say it's not my job. We don't have time to live in complacency and say we love Yeshua on a Sunday or on a Wednesday, but then go live like the world and hide in complacency. Every time you've been called to speak the truth in love, and those who don't know, those who are sitting there when these sirens go off and may lose their life today, will spend an eternity separated from the Father. Reform begins today, and it begins with you. And all he's asked you to do is stand for him. Stand for him the way he died for you, with his head held high, saying, that is my son. Just as we're called to say, he is my Father. Mark 8:36 says, for what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? Today's your day. Today's your day to choose.
Yeah. So again, too, here these guys are. They're in the middle of Israel. Bombs are going off. They're not quite sure what they should do, if they should just put the cameras down. But these guys kept rolling, kept doing their show, kept pushing forward. In fact, here's another segment of their show.
Joshua and Caleb, sun is setting here in Jerusalem on Monday. Monday was the day we were originally intended to fly out, go home. That's not happening. We're not sure when that's happening yet because the attacks are increasing. We were just in the middle of an interview with our expert on this Israeli war that's happening right now. That's why we have fancy clothes on. These are our expert clothes instead of our traditional t-shirts. We asked the question of him, what differentiates what's happening right now, the attacks that are coming across the Gaza border right now, than the average attack that comes across? What he began to tell us was very eye-opening. What we are going to do right now is to try to give you a little bit of the summary. We have to conclude that interview tomorrow morning because we got kicked out. The bomb shelter filled up with people here at the hotel, and we're not allowed to continue. So we're going to have to bring that to you tomorrow morning.
It cannot be that the Mossad and the CIA did not know. But in this attack from Gaza, they knocked down like 60 different entrances into Israel through the walls. This thing was so well planned. And the Gaza people were preparing for this attack on Israel perhaps for a year. And who's paying for it? Iran. And who was helping them? Iran. I would even say it might not be only Iran. It could be Russia. It could be other countries also that were helping Gaza against Israel. Hezbollah, unlike Gaza has fired maybe 5,000 missiles until now, rockets, 5,000. Hezbollah has 150,000 precision rockets. The Iranians have given them the precision mechanisms to hit any house in Israel, any house, 150,000. So you have to remember, if you fire one missile, the Israeli Iron Dome can take it down. But if you fire 20, 30 missiles at the exact same target at the exact same time, it's overwhelmed. And this is what's happening with Gaza. They're testing us now also. In other words, I think that what's going to happen is Hezbollah is itching for a war. You know what? Once we were all 13-year-olds. And when we were 13-year-olds, what was the greatest thing when we were young kids? Firecrackers. And when you got your hands on some firecrackers, you were going to use them. Hezbollah has 150,000 firecrackers. And they're not just, these things eventually get old. You've got to dispose them. So you're going to use them.
What's going on? So really quickly, let me say that then. Guys, we're going to temporarily pause this interview because we are in a bunker right now in Jerusalem, and the sirens are going off outside. And so the people in the hotel are now being ushered into the bunker, and so we're going to have to temporarily put a hold on that. We'll get back to you.
Thank you, guys. Now, Avi Lipkin is a Middle East expert, has been for years, written many books on the political turmoil between Muslims and Jews and all that's going on. And he has insight and connections, degree in Russian studies and government studies. So what he told us was pretty alarming. Most people would call conspiracy theories, you know, sort of stuff, that there's an agenda behind what is going on. Now, we're not putting our stance that this is truth, that we're trusting him on what he says, and we're letting him speak for himself. That there is an agenda behind what is going on, a political agenda that allowed this attack to happen in Gaza. He's going to give you more details about what the political agenda is, why they allowed this attack to go through, and where he sees it going in the future, because this is not the end. This is just the beginning of what's going to happen. More attacks are going to come. Hezbollah's joining into the fray. So this is going to be a longer war than what people initially anticipated.
And that's why we want you to stay with us as we continue to update you, because this is not just an overnight thing.
Yeah.
And we want you to continue to pray for everyone here. People are afraid. People don't like when all of a sudden alarms go off and they can hear rockets exploding overhead, especially if they're not used to that.
Yeah.
So stick with us, and we're going to update you as much as we can.
Yep. Shalom, Shalom, Yerushalayim.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
That's right. So My Jewish Roots, go over there, subscribe to their channel. You're going to be able to catch all their videos, see all their updates, and actually we'll see their show. It's a great show to learn about our Jewish roots and why we are grafted into the vine, and why we need to be praying for Israel. You know, and this is the kind of the thing about Israel. It's not only the holy place, but it's always been the tourist, and that's the one that everybody wants to go to, walk where Jesus walked. And now all of a sudden it's under attack. And is it for political gain or what it is? And that's why we have to stand together, pray together, join together, get reconnected. You want to know why we've been separated out, why we've come to a society that's not connected, is why I continue to encourage everybody to get reconnected. Let's get out at these events and have fun, get to know one another, so we can band together. It's because of this right here is we've got to, and then we've got to let our voices known at the voting booth. Election year's coming up. Is this a political gain, a political tour? We're in a war right now. These guys are right there. But Joshua did make it back, got in early on Saturday morning. And here I had a chance to catch up with him. So here's mine and his interview.
All right, hey there, small town America. Man, you know we've been praying about these guys because we saw y'all trapped over there in the middle of everything, brother. How was all of that?
You know, knowing that there were so many people praying was such an incredible feeling. We went to bed one night and woke up 2 hours later, and our video had over 200,000 views that we had just felt led to post, telling people we're okay, this is what you need to pray for, talking to people in the streets. And no matter what was going on, we kept getting more and more support from back home. And I got to tell you, knowing that the body of Christ was unifying to believe for us was humbling.
Right. And so you're in Caleb's channel. Where can people go to follow y'all? Because y'all got a whole episodes and stuff that y'all are doing, all kinds of crazy stuff all over the world, man.
We do. Our Jewish Roots, if you visit that on YouTube, you can find links and things to everything else. That's the show that we were filming in Israel when war broke out. Bearded Bible Brothers is a shorter version of that show that we also have online, so please check it out, share the content, get the message out to pray for Israel, and to begin to step out into things that God has for you to do.
Right. Like I said, you know our motto, get in the truck, guys. And we don't need Hollywood because we're out here. Support the independent guys. Like, share, follow us.
That's exactly what you got to do.
All right, man.
He's called you. He's equipped you. Go out and do it.
Get in the truck.
That's right. So, man, does prayer work? Well, there it is, because we've all banded together to get those guys home safely. We're going to continue to pray for Israel and the people there, that they all are returned. There's so many hostages right now, so many people that are missing, and we're praying that everybody gets returned to their homes safely, that we can form peace, we can find peace. So we just continue to pray. Please pray for Israel. And then too, grab our copies, pray for our nation, right here at home. Continue to pray for that. Grab your copies of that, take the pledge under that one. And then, as I'm saying, man, if you want to help out the independent guys, help us continue to fuel the truck, because we want to keep it up, keep the show going. keep on the road and come out to events where there's a ton of stuff going on right now. So you can go over to smalltown-america.org. Look at all that. Hit the little fuel tank button there. You can see it all the ways that you can help fuel the truck and keep us on the road and keep us going because we are fixing to start. This thing is starting to blow up. The word is getting out of what we're doing. We're going to, we have the Heritage Series where we go around and I've got Scott Mendez and we go and we look at our Western heritage. We're covering the things that we're doing with the kids and all that bucking stuff. And we're having a blast doing it. We have the Getting the Truck series where we go out to just events that's just going on in the communities, reconnecting with the communities, finding the small business owners that are still making their products here in the USA, and that's a great series. Then we got the Road to the Championships where we're covering the kids and athletes and whoever that is going to compete. So we have the Road to the Championship series, and you can go over there and you can catch all of this. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch any of those episodes that we've done. But we're going to kick off a brand new series starting November 3rd and 4th down in Hyco, Texas. Small Town America. We're coming to Hyco, Texas, and we are going to do Tales of the Wild West. We're kicking it off at Billy the Kid Museum, and it's going to be a great deal. Let me just show you. This is going to be the intro to the show. Yeah. So that's going to be the intro to the show, Tales of the Wild West. We're going to be going to small towns all across the United States, and we're going to tell the tales of the Wild West. So we're starting this one with Billy the Kid. We're going to the Billy the Kid Museum, and let me just pull up here. This is I've got Barry Corbin, icon, Western icon. What a voice! What an actor! We're gonna sit down and we're gonna visit with him about his career, and he's going to help walk us through the story of Billy the Kid because Daniel Edwards is going to be there, and we're going to be able to sit down. He's done a ton of research on Brushy Billy Roberts, who claims to be Billy the Kid, that Pat Garrett didn't kill Billy the Kid, but he ended up living out his life there in Hyco. And Daniel Edwards has done a documentary. He's done a ton of research. He's done his stuff. So we're going to dig into his deal. And if we're going to talk about our heritage and the Wild West and the Western way of life, look at there. We have the legendary Bobby Kerr is going to be there. He lives down in Hyco, so he's going to give us a tour around town. We're going to talk about the Wild Mustangs and what he's doing there. And then we have Sue Land, who is the director for the Billy the Kid Museum. So we're going to pick her brain and her knowledge, and we're just going to be there. And it is blowing up. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, not only about Billy the Kid and the Tales of the Wild West, but we're going to be doing a lot of stuff there because the film festival is going on. Talking about the independent filmmakers, well, the outlaw filmmakers are right there, and we're going to be there to support them. We're going to be interviewing some of the directors and some of the people there at the festival that's showcasing their independent deals. So I just want to encourage you, we're looking for sponsors. So if somebody wants to come and sponsor Small Town America or Tales of the Wild Wild West, man, jump on there. We would love to have sponsors get behind us, support us, go over there, fuel the truck, smalltown-org, grab our books. Make sure that you're grabbing our books, Prayers for the Nation, Take the Pledge. You can catch that on our website. Go subscribe, like, follow, share. Let people know about us because you make Small Town America what we are. We are super excited. Again, too, my apologies. We're kind of cutting the show short. We're here a little early, but that's because the Texas Rangers are in the World Series, and we're going over to Media Day. And I'll try to grab some videos and stuff. I will tell you, the other day when I was over there, over 800 briskets are being smoked for the game Friday night. 800 briskets are being smoked because I got lost over at the stadium. Ended up down in the kitchen. Down, I like to eat. I'm a beefitarian. I like beef, and for some reason that brisket smelled really good. I ended up down in there where they're prepping the biscuits or the briskets, and man, 800 briskets are being prepared just for Friday night and this weekend for the World Series. Congratulations again to the Texas Rangers. We're looking forward to it. We're going to head over there right now and get all this set up so the game will be ready to go on Friday night. Been blessed to continue. We don't need Hollywood. Support the independent filmmakers. Support us here at Small Town America. Go and subscribe, like, share, follow. Until next week, guys, get in the truck.